Welcome to Look Around the Confederation. I'm your host for the evening, Moose. And before we get started, please remember the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor any divisions, brigade, camps, or any subsidiaries, strictly those providing them. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We have a good show for you planned. I hope everybody has had a great Confederate History and Heritage Month as we here at SCV Chat get ready to wrap up this great but hectic month with a trip up to Elm Springs, our wonderful headquarters, the National Confederate Museum, the Southern Heritage Center. I'm looking forward to that. If you are going to not be able to make it to the pilgrimage, breaking news. I wanted confirmation first. But we will be covering the pilgrimage this year like we have in the past, live at 11 a.m. And we might throw in a couple interviews. I don't know. I might see if I can get Jason on and we could interview some people, or maybe I interview Jason. You never know. And talk about the pilgrimage, talk about everybody's Confederate History and Heritage Month. And, of course, wrap up the coverage of the event. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get a better seat this year, Jason. Jason made me sit in the back last year, and I was just in the corner having to do all this stuff. So I blame Jason for the mic quality of last year. I'm saying that because I can see Jason in the chat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm extremely looking forward to the cigar lounge. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that will be a fun experience. But I'm also looking forward to seeing all my brothers and sisters of the Southland as we celebrate Confederate Memorial Month at our headquarters. So I am looking forward to it. I think it is a perfect way to close out the month. You know, there's so many events going on in April, division, camp, brigade, army, that it's hard to make a lot of them. So I don't think there's any better way than have our headquarters close out Confederate History and Heritage Month with the pilgrimage. And I think we're going to have a good one this year. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll talk about it a bit more when we get to the news. But I did want to let everybody know that SCV Chat will be covering the pilgrimage. And we will be there live, or at least I will be there. Yes. No, I'm looking forward to seeing you too, Commander. It's been a minute. I bet you're happy that you're not in charge of it anymore. But then again, your camp is running the car show, if I'm not mistaken. So you might have volunteered for that, or voluntold, as we all have in the SCV. So I bet you will be very traveling all day. Yeah, I have my brigade meeting tomorrow, where I will be, now that there's no challengers, I'll be elected 5th Brigade Commander of the Mississippi Division. And as soon as that meeting's over, I have to get on the road to Elm Springs. And so I'll be getting in at like 2 or 3. And I'm never more happy I have to be at an event at 10. I know it starts at 11, but be there at 10 to set up and everything. Never more happy for that, because that gives me plenty of time to sleep in a bit, because I will be exhausted. The man that doesn't understand retirement, Jason Boshears. They are both lucky to have you involved in some shape, way, or form, Commander. Very highly dedicated man right there, our past Commander-in-Chief, Jason Boshears. Always good to see him, and always good to see that he's still staying busy. But, yes, so it will be a long day for the Moose Saturday. So on the way up, there probably won't be any extra live streams, but maybe on the way down, there could be a couple. I am attending a Confederate Memorial Day event Sunday, so I might see if that camp would be okay with us broadcasting it. I don't know. We'll see. Whew. Camp 1671 says they stayed busy this April, and our camp members flagged 410 Confederate graves. Oh, that's the wrong one. That is awesome. That is a lot of hard work from y'all in Georgia. So congratulations and thank y'all for all y'all's hard work. If y'all are on the world of Facebook, please remember to share this episode out. And of course, if you're on YouTube, share it out. There's a lovely link that you can use to share. And we would be very much appreciative. Al from Camp 155 in the chat. Good to see you. Frank, good to see you. Looks like we're having a good crowd tonight. Wilford, good to see you from Virginia. Let me make sure I turn off my phone as I make sure that everything is being shared and out to the public. I wouldn't be surprised if something had happened. Something has happened. Joyful me, joyful me. We are going to take an early commercial break tonight as I try to figure out what is wrong on Facebook. So we will be right back.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Dagnabbit. I think I have it fixed on Facebook. For some reason, Facebook will hide some of our videos now. So some episodes, it gets a bit harder to find us. So that's what I was trying to get undone. But I think I have it fixed. I'm doing a checklist right now to make sure. How is everybody finding us today? I guess is the best way to put that. How is everybody finding us? It is becoming more and more easy, per se, to find us on YouTube. So I might edit a couple more things if I can. Sorry for this. I don't know what is happening. But we are going to take, I'll save that for the end. One more commercial break, and I promise we'll get back to everything.
When my mother was in college, she danced with Confederate veterans. To me, it wasn't that far away. You know, my father knew this. My mother knew this. Almost 50 years ago, I joined the Sons of Confederate Veterans. In those days, we weren't concerned about saving monuments or any of those things. That wasn't necessary. In fact, none of us had any remote idea that it would ever come up. We can't just sit there and react. We have to be proactive. Or, as Robert E. Lee said, the best way to disrupt your enemy's plans is to strike first. Everyone should do all in his power to collect and disseminate the truth, in the hope that it may find a place in history and descend to posterity. History is not the relation of campaigns and battles and generals or other individuals, but that which shows the principles for which the South contended and which justified her struggle for those principles. If you're looking for some place to be where you think you're going to accomplish something to save our history, go to the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I'm Thomas Lee Jesse. I'm a descendant of Private Daughtery Gilmer, a Confederate veteran.
All right. Well, sorry, I was fixing a link that will be going out tonight for the people who want us to watch our coverage of the pilgrimage. I don't understand what Facebook has done. For some reason, they just hide our videos now. And it's not every time. And I don't think it's necessarily Facebook doing shady stuff because we're Confederate, but it does get on my nerves. It's a problem with Facebook and StreamYard. And so the problem is I don't know it's not going to show one of our videos until we're live. And so I have to edit on the go. And usually I have someone every time this has happened, be able to take over hosting while I figure out what in the world is happening. And now something else is happening. So this is just a wonderful start to the episode. But how is everybody doing? I do know we have a couple more people that were able to find us now. Again, I don't know what was happening with Facebook, but I see Army of Tennessee Councilman Roy Hudson in the chat. Happy birthday, by the way, Mr. Councilman. And let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're up, I suppose. I don't know what in the world that was. And David Winborg from Camp 778, good to see you. Jason Lloyd, good to see you. Victor Smith, good to see you. Derek, good to see you. And Frank, good to see you. Yeah, no, for those who don't know, yeah, you can just click on the SCV chat logo on our profile on Facebook, and it will take you to our current live whatever episode. But for some reason, I know a lot of people that just go to the page to find an episode. And for some reason, Facebook will hide some episodes, but not others. And I think it's a problem with our software, and there's no real way for me to fix that. Good to see you, Miss Sullivan. It's good to see everybody. We're having a good crowd. People are pouring in now that that has been fixed. So good work. And good to see everybody. But yeah, no, for those who didn't hear, SCV Chat will be covering the pilgrimage live this Saturday at 11 a.m. I might try to grab a couple poor souls to do an interview either before or after the pilgrimage. I know I could always corner Carl Jones. I'm only saying that because I can see our lovely Army of Tennessee Commander Carl Jones in the chat. And so it is good to see everybody. But yes, so I will be heading up to the pilgrimage. No fumar in the elevator, but you can on the back porch. You also can in a mobile cigar lounge, which is what I'll be doing. As soon as we are off air, I'll be running to that mobile cigar lounge for a moment of clarity. That's what we'll call it. But it is good to see everybody. Make sure, again, you share this episode out. And again, well, Carl, I saw the post and I cannot believe I forgot about it, but congratulations. And tell him I said congratulations as well. Yeah. Carl Jones is adorable, isn't he? And he is. He's just an adorable human being. Such a lovely individual. And now I feel like I can say all these bad things about Carl and he can't do anything to me. I won't see Carl now till reunion. So I have a get out of jail free card to just mess with Carl all night, which might end with the downfall of my health, but you never know. Maybe Carl just gives me spam. By the way, Carl, you nearly broke me this Monday, and good job. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, it's good to see everybody in the chat. We got just a bit of news, so it's kind of like more one of these laid back look around episodes. We are having guests going to be starting to line up on Look Around soon, so we'll be getting back to that format of the show very quickly. It is, you know what? It is getting dark. Deg nabbit, that got me good. I'm not even gonna lie. Carl broke me. Excuse me. Carl broke me. He got me good, but it is getting dark, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Carl Jones is the honorary Alabama president of the Dixie Moose Preservation Society. He just doesn't know it. Okay, y'all are great. Oh gosh, let me shoot out a link. Let's see if I can get it real quick. All right, here is the link for the pilgrimage. The YouTube version, since I don't know what Facebook is doing, I'm just going to go and ask everybody to go watch on YouTube. You can still watch on Facebook. It will still be live on Facebook, but just in case something's happening with Facebook, here's the link to go find it on YouTube. All right. So I guess we can jump in and out of news tonight. Again, not too much to report on, but a lot of good news still. Oh, of course, we've been talking about the pilgrimage this Saturday. It is the 5th annual pilgrimage, homecoming, and Confederate Memorial Day service held at the Southern Heritage Center, Historic Elm Springs, in the National Confederate Museum, also known as SCVHQ. And it will start at 11 a.m. at the Jefferson Davis statue. Keynote speaker will be past Chief of Heritage Operations, Ron Kendi. Music will be by Strings of Secession. Individual camps, brigades, divisions, and other organizations are encouraged to bring a floral tribute to be announced as they lay their floral arrangement. Weather in southern Middle Tennessee can be unpredictable. It can be sunny and hot. It can be rainy and cold. You could need a jacket. You could need some sunblock. Or you could need both. So please dress appropriately. The service will be moved inside if the weather gets bad. Bring a lawn chair and refreshments, and remember, chat heads, no alcohol allowed. But also happening this day is the first annual Southern Showdown Car, Truck, and Bike Show at the Southern Heritage Center. Registration is from 8 a.m. to noon. The show will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The award presentation is at 2 p.m. Registration specials: donations of $20 for the first entry, then $10 for every additional entry from the same owner. No advance registration. Free admission for spectators. However, all donations are appreciated and accepted, with the proceeds going to the Samuel R. Watkins Camp 29. The awards are as followed: the People's Choice Plaque, $1 per vote; Commander-in-Chief Plaque, Best of Show Plaque, Best of Class Plaque for each class; food trucks, a mobile cigar lounge, museum tours, historic Elm Springs tours. For more information, please contact srw29scv@gmail.com. One more time, that's srw29scv@gmail.com. So after years of waiting, years of wanting, I will get my tour of historic Elm Springs. Adam Southern has been telling me for years he would give me a tour. A personal tour. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I will finally get at least a tour of historic Elm Springs. And of course, I haven't got to sit back and enjoy a walk through our museum in a while too. So I'm going to enjoy that before I have to head out that evening. So make sure to definitely, if you have nothing going on, there's a lot of good events happening that day. But if you ain't got nothing going on, please come to SCVHQ for kind of the swan song, if you will, for Confederate History and Heritage Month. This is the HQ's memorial service to our ancestors, and it is always nice to have a big crowd. So please join us and bring a floral tribute. I know I will be making sure to grab my camps tomorrow. I would love if I had the time to get one for my brigade and, of course, my division. But hopefully we will have a couple other Mississippians there representing. But it is going to be a good day in Dixieland. The next event up is the Sons of Confederate Veterans Camp 1460, presenting the 28th Annual Barton Vincent Lecture, featuring guest speaker, historian, and author Derek Lindow. The event will be July 26th at the Graves County Public Library Community Room. Program begins at 6 p.m. Admission is free, and all are welcome. All are welcome. Whew. Struggling over here, if you can't tell. Victor, please refer to all Confederate weather cannons for cannonball for weather predictions. If it's hot, it's warm. If it's cold, it's cold. If it's wet, it's raining. And if it's swinging, it's windy. If it's missing, we have had to reload the cannon. That is some Southern weather channeling right there. Tom Wood, good to see you. Derek Glover, good to see you. As I said, please make sure to share out this episode so all the news and events can be seen. Everybody, actually, one quick second. I'm about to add Weatherman. If you go to meet the team on scvchat.com, you are about to see Carl Jones as the official camera or weatherman. Yes, this is Carl has now had a new title added to the website. He is now the official. No, Victor. I'm making an executive decision as one of the owners of SCV Chat. Boom. Carl is now the only man that can do weather reports. After that spot-on presentation this Monday. Wow. Late as always, Kentucky Division Commander Kyle Thompson. Good to see you, brother. We actually got some news from you that we'll be talking about shortly, so it's good to see you. Next bit of news comes from the Bryce's Crossroads Foundation with their War Between the States Main Street event. James Wallace will be there. James is a local expert on War Between the States weaponry, known for his in-depth knowledge and engaging presentation. Foundation staff will also be on hand with merchandise and updates on our latest projects. Stop by to learn more and show your support. And, of course, the legendary, beloved Mississippi historian Grady Howe will be present, and he will be joining us to give a talk and offer copies of his books for sale, or signed copies of his books for sale. If you can't make it to the pilgrimage, this is where you need to go. May 3rd at 9 a.m. in downtown Baldwin, Mississippi. I love the people at Bryce's Crossroads. They do a phenomenal job and just continue to blow it out of the water. So thank you all for all y'all's hard work and continue to do what y'all do at Bryce's Crossroad. Again, I hate that I won't be able to be there, but I hope to make it down to y'all's next event. So again, if you can't make it to the pilgrimage, this is definitely one of the events you need to make sure you attend. Sorry, everybody. I promise you I'm not contagious. My allergies just beat me in the dirt like I owe them money, and they're a land shark. So, it is what it is, sadly. But our next bit of news takes us to the Kentucky Division Reunion, which will be May 17th, 2025. And it is hosted by the General Ben Hardin Helm Camp 1703. So make sure if you are in the Kentucky Division to be signed up for your division reunion. It is division reunion season, everybody. So if your division reunion is coming up, make sure to sign up. It's extremely important that you go to these events. And of course, here is a registration of $40. This includes meals, medals, and ribbons. Registrations must be postmarked by May 6th to guarantee medal, ribbon, and meal. On-site registration will be available, but does not guarantee a medal, ribbon, or meal. Doors open at 9 a.m. with the business session starting at 10 a.m. Division dress code will be in effect. No T-shirts, shorts, or sandals. Coat and tie are recommended, but not mandatory. Mechanized cavalry vests are permitted with a button-down undershirt. Polo and dress shirts with slacks or jeans are standard. Good condition, War Between the States, period. Confederate uniforms or civilian attire is also appropriate to wear. So if you're in the Kentucky Division, make sure to be getting on that. Let's see here. And going back up to apologies. I am the only one home right now to take care of my grandfather, and he is calling. So 1 second.
I am Rabbi Thomas Fortenberry. I'm a descendant of Isaac Fortenberry, a Confederate veteran. Many of the people in my family were veterans. As a military veteran, I served with the United States Army. It's important to veterans of all wars to remember those who have passed and what they did and what they suffered. Everyone who serves gives a part of themselves. The SCV is much a part of that. The SCV serves people, not only the people that are involved as members, but the community. My commitment to the SCV is a commitment to our heritage, our cause, not in a violent way nor aggressive way, simply in the way we live. Live what you believe, but in your defense, know in what you're defending and defend it truthfully. May Yahovah bless you and keep you. May Yahovah lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace and blessing.
Am I coming in loud and clear, everybody? Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. As I said, I'm a full-time caregiver for my grandfather, and he was calling. So the perks of a live show. Luckily, he is okay. He is asking how to find the Look Around show, not realizing that the Look Around show is live, and I'm on it right now. Bless him. But so getting back to it, I don't even know where I was at. Again, I apologize for all the commotion tonight. But we are having a Kids' Choice Award at the car show. Past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears saying that, so that's good. And Victor, again, with the division reunion season, reminding everybody in the Florida division that their reunion is June 7th. I believe for Moose. Ocala, Florida. Thank you, Victor. I love how Victor just put it in there. He didn't even try to have any faith in me. Fun fact, June 7th is the same weekend of the Mississippi Division reunion. So if you were in the Mississippi Division, make sure to come on up and watch us. We'll actually be in Tennessee for our reunion. One of our camps in the 1st Brigade is hosting, and their camp is right on the Mississippi line. So they found a great hotel in Tennessee right over the line. So that's what we're actually having, the first division reunion outside of Mississippi in our division's history. So if you're in the Mississippi Division, hey, please come. It's also an election year for the Mississippi Division, so you definitely need to show up. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for because I'm a bit biased in that regard. And let's see here. Brian, good to see you. Yankee dust is a problem in the South, yeah. All right, let me scroll back up to the news because I have to scroll down for these commercial breaks and find where I was. All right, there's a lot of stuff happening this Saturday. The battle for Jefferson, War Between the States reenactment will be this Saturday, and it looks like starting at 11:15 a.m. Or actually, I don't know. Let's see here. All events are open to the public Friday, May 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2:30 will be a student living history provided by the Jeffersonian Institute. From 7:30 to 10 p.m. will be illumination at Oakwood Cemetery. Saturday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. Pilgrimage and Parade and Town Skirmish in downtown Jefferson. At 11:15 a.m., Secret Codes of the Underground Railroad by Pleasant Hill Quilters. At 2 p.m., Ladies' Team. 4 p.m., the first Battle of for Jefferson reenactment. at 8 to 11 p.m., Magnolia Grand Ball. And Sunday, May 4th, starting at 9 a.m., period shuttles were open. At 9 a.m., there will be a period church service. At 10 a.m., presentation of colors. And at 1:30, second battle for Jefferson reenactment. So, again, there's a lot of great events going on, so I don't want to see anybody chilling at the house this weekend. It will be good to get out and breathe some fresh air. Ah, my mortal enemy. Camp 1765. The camp that I've never pronounced their name right. Yadkin County Confederate Memorial Day service will be Saturday, May 10th at 10:30 a.m. at Salem Cemetery, Salem Cemetery, Old Salem, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Yadkin Grays Eagles SCV Camp 1765 invites you to this special Confederate Memorial Day observation at Salem Cemetery. We will gather at the Confederate Monument in the center of the cemetery for a memorial and roll call of all Confederate veterans buried there. Local musician Stan Clardy will be providing plenty of heartwarming period music. Keith Jones will speak on Confederate passion, character of the Confederate soldier. War Between the States reenactors will honor the Confederate veterans with a special period rifle salute. Please make sure to email Matthews2905 at Yaddle at yadtel.net. That's Matthews2905 at yadtel.net. If the camp is watching, I tried my best. Thank you all for sending in your news. Please don't stop. It's been promoted. I can't wait for spring to be over. I hate it with a burning passion. All right. And it looks like now we only have, nope, don't do that. One more event left to talk about. And that is going to take us to the great state of Louisiana for the Polk Salad Festival. The annual Polk Salad Festival will be Saturday, May 10th at Blanchard, Louisiana. Save the date. The Lieutenant General Richard Taylor Camp 1308 will be hosting the entry into this parade. The Taylor Camp first marched in this parade in 1996. I wasn't even born yet. The town of Blanchard has always been glad to have us. The parade will roll at 10 a.m. Line up at Blanchard Elementary at 9 a.m. Address, of course, is on the stream with some lovely coordinates. We'll be firing, so bring your musket. You do not have to have a uniform. Bring a flag. The whole family is welcome. There will be a vehicle to ride for those who wish to. Bring candy and throw for the crowd. So make sure to definitely go check that out. All right. Now let us jump into some news. The Major Thomas R. Livingston Camp 2327 in Carthage, Missouri, celebrated Confederate Memorial Day on April 26th with service at Park Cemetery in Carthage, where more than 30 Confederate veterans lay to rest. The good people of Missouri are working their tail off. So we cannot thank y'all enough for honoring our Confederate veterans in Missouri and having a great program to go along with it. Thank y'all for all y'all do, and congratulations on a successful event. Now we are going to jump back to the Louisiana division, and once again, the Lieutenant General Richard Taylor Camp 1308 of Shreveport, Louisiana, that hosted their 19th memorial service at Kiachi. I'm not Louisianan, so we're just going to stop insulting every Louisiana division member in the chat and not even try to pronounce that. But it's on y'all's screen, so y'all are smart Southerners. I'll let y'all defend this for yourself. Thank goodness Chuck, Paul, or Charles Ray ain't on. I feel like I'd be tore up in the comments, by the way. But there is over 100 graves that were marked unknown who were mortally wounded at the Battle of Mansfield in the cemetery. Other camps taking part were the W.W. Hartstill Camp, the Sergeant James W. Nicholson Camp, and the Colonel James Hamilton Beard Camp, and the Sabin Rifles were also in attendance. That looks like a phenomenal event. And shout out, I don't know how far those other camps travel, but I know where Hartstill is. Wow, Texas showing up for Louisiana. That's what we like to see. Support each other across division lines. It's a beautiful thing that makes me happy. Makes me smile through and through right there. You know what? Sometimes, Victor, I would say, I'm not going to read this comment or I'm not going to put it up. But today, y'all Louisiana, no, they need to put pronunciation. Spelling is all y'all. If y'all mess up the spelling of y'all's own event, that ain't on me. I ain't a spell checker. I'm a newscaster. But pronunciation sometimes would be beneficial, everybody. If you have not figured out after 5 years of this poor show that Moose has no pronunciation skills, I have my weaknesses, and I'm very upfront about them. I can give a presentation. I can give a talk. I can give many things. I can plan an event. I can run a TV show. I can plan a TV show. I can promote. I can make graphics. I can do many things. But pronunciation is not one of the things I'm talented with. God did not give me that blessing. So we're going to jump into the Kentucky division. And the Kentucky division commander with National Chaplain and Chief Hitter salutes the crowd during the 2025 Tater Day Parade in Benton, Kentucky. Kentucky division mascot Nora Thompson was on hand for the 2025 Tater Day Parade, getting the message out for the SCV and OCR. And here is their mascot, Miss Nora. It is good to see so much youth being involved these days. Congrats to the Kentucky division for having the future involved and having her come to these events. And she always seems like she's having a great time. She's always smiling. So congratulations. And I'm happy to see y'all had a great event. Kentucky is looking good. Kentucky's always on fire, it seems, these days. Now, next for the Kentucky division, we have this last news story to wrap up the day. The Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida division and the OCR gathered in Water Valley, Kentucky for the annual Camp Beauregard Memorial Service. Hundreds of Confederate soldiers rest in and around this area, and where the memorial is held every year. Here's a picture of the cannon crew, and of course, everybody there. Again, 3 divisions represented and the OCR. That is great work to the people that came. Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida, y'all take a bow. We need to support each other across division lines. Yes, it's very important that you support your own division and the camps around your area. Yes. But if you can, please support the division surrounding you. Heck, the Florida division is nowhere near Kentucky, and they supported the event. So please support each other, because that is how we are going to make sure that this continues on. If the Florida division started sending in a bunch of news from that place, I would just say that place. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Not at all. Not going to. Y'all can just forget it. I'll quit. For those who don't know, I haven't told this story in a while. I wasn't supposed to be the host of Look Around. I was supposed to be on any of the shows. I was supposed to be the backstage guy, but all you people wanted to see me. I don't know why. And so I started appearing on the Monday show, and I talk on the Monday show given occasion. But then we decided to make a Look Around, and you jerks left me to host Look Around, and all y'all think it's I guess it's hilarious. At least y'all take me doing the news here, but this is my favorite show to do because I get to see what the SCV is doing. The Monday show is about reclaiming the narrative and getting out Southern entertainment programming. Look Around is about promoting the SCV and the camps in the SCV. But I'm not doing it, Victor. But that is all the news. I am struggling a bit, if you can't tell. I'm getting phone calls. I'm having to fix stuff. So we are going to probably end a bit sooner tonight. I got a meeting tomorrow, and I have to host the presentation Saturday. So I'm going to be losing my voice if I don't stop and rest today. So I am going to be doing that. 1 second. The joys of allergy attacks. No, the bed, the aunt and her bed that I used to lay in for the show. Yeah, y'all always. I had people bidding in the comment section trying to buy this, but our past commander Chief Jason Boshears is correct. Our ancestors supported each other, and so let's follow their example. And I couldn't agree more. And as always, J-Bo is correct. And we have another anniversary. The Friday Night Live is going to celebrate its 2.5-year anniversary and 3-year anniversary of the Friend Group. So that is just phenomenal and mind-boggling. It feels like everything has been going on for just a couple years, and it's hard to believe in a couple months SCV Chat will be 5 years old. 5 years we've been doing this. Half a decade. We started doing this when I was 20. So it is... Wow. I can't believe it. But with people like y'all, hopefully we get another 5 years. It's all thanks to y'all, and we can't thank y'all enough. But make sure to check out our page at 8:05. We'll be posting the link to the pilgrimage and try to share that out so as many people see it as possible, as we will be having the live stream of our covering that event. With that being said, again, I am a bit under the weather. Again, not contagious. I know Victor. But it's just I have bad allergy attacks and I need to rest my voice because I will be speaking a lot the next couple of days. So we are about to start wrapping up. Jacksonville, Florida. We cornered J-Bo. Was the first person Connor brought this to. And then after him, we cornered up the newly elected commander-in-chief, Larry McClooney. And the rest is history, as they say. To the Florida division, y'all are where SCV chat was maybe not founded, but at least discussed for the first time seriously. And we made plans the following week. So we always say that our anniversary is the last day of National Reunion. And we usually celebrate it after a week break on the Monday show. And I cannot wait to figure out what we're going to do for 5 years. Oh, gosh, I cannot believe we are in year. I can't believe this show is on year 5 as well. Oh, no, this is year 4 of this show. Just a crazy turn of events. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all, as always, for your support. Remember to share this episode out, even if it's not our best, honestly, with how I've been this episode. Again, my apologies. We are going to play one more time the Confederate Heritage Month video where y'all send in y'all's ancestors. And we're going to wrap up here. So make sure to tune in this Monday. I will double check, make sure me and Connor haven't double booked, but we should have a guest on this Monday. And I cannot wait to see y'all. I cannot wait to see y'all Saturday at the Pilgrimage, 5th annual. And I cannot wait to see y'all all there. And thank you all again. And remember, my friends, stay Southern. Good night, everybody.